The Islamabad High Court has issued a written decision acquitting former Prime Minister Imran Khan and former Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi in the Cipher Case. The Islamabad High Court had quashed the convictions of Imran Khan and Shah Mahmood on June 3, 2024. The court said in the decision that the record shows that the trial was conducted unnecessarily and hastily, and that the prosecution completely failed to prove its case. A public prosecutor was appointed after the lawyers of the accused sought an adjournment and was given only 1 day to prepare. The judgment further stated that the court heard the case purely on merit, and even if the cross-examination was set aside, the prosecution's evidence was insufficient to prove the case. Imran Khan and Shah Mahmood Qureshi have been incarcerated on politically motivated charges for 589 and 580 days, respectively. PTI and the Opposition Alliance held a press conference on Friday about the Jaffar Express tragedy in Balochistan and the growing terrorism in the country, covering the political instability and the crises facing Pakistan due to the incompetence of the installed regime. Sahibzada Hamid Raza emphasized the need for a national dialogue to address Pakistan's political instability, growing terrorism, and the Jaffar Express tragedy in Balochistan, advocating for the country's survival through constitutional collaboration. Mahmood Khan Achakzai expressed disappointment at the apathy of the government, highlighting the lack of concern for peace in Pakistan as demonstrated by the minimal presence of legislators in the assembly sessions held to address the grave situation developing in Balochistan. Briefly addressing the press, Barrister Gohar Ali Khan condemned the attack while calling for acute measures to ensure such lapses do not occur in the future, emphasizing that precision and vigilance must be adhered to at all costs. PTI leader Asad Qasser stated the opposition alliance's demand for the recognition of civilian supremacy in the country, the preservation of judicial independence, and unwavering adherence to the constitution and the rule of law. He added that Imran Khan is the only leader and PTI is the only party with grassroots support across all of Pakistan. Any all parties or national forum would be incomplete and meaningless without him. In a damning report, Voice of America Urdu reported that Pakistan's legacy media simply regurgitates information fed to it by, quote, security sources, without any attempt to validate its veracity. The report raised questions about the interviews of railway employees, which were recorded, edited, and provided to local media by security sources, representing them as being those of passengers of the Jaffar Express. On the condition of anonymity, a senior employee of a news channel told VOA that media newsrooms are compelled to run news exactly as issued by security sources without the freedom to question it. Earlier in the week, following the most serious terrorist attack in Pakistan's recent history on the Jaffar Express in Balochistan, Pakistan security forces stated that they had carried out a successful operation, rescuing all hostages, whereas the Baloch Liberation Army (BLA) said it has executed all 214 hostages after the government ignored its demands and refused to engage in negotiations. The U.S. has launched air attacks on Yemen's Houthis, with President Donald Trump warning that, quote, hell will rain down, unquote, over attacks on Red Sea shipping. At least 19 people have been killed. The attacks came after the Houthis threatened to resume attacks on Israel-linked ships in the Red Sea over the total blockade of the Gaza Strip, which has now entered its third week. Israeli forces continue their attacks on Gaza despite the ceasefire, killing at least 9 people, including relief workers and journalists. Gaza's health ministry says at least 48,543 Palestinians have been confirmed killed and 111,981 wounded in Israel's war on Gaza, while scores remain missing.